regardless of how well you played, bro, you only played 7 games.
Yeah.
You played 7 games. 7 games. But those 7 games, I mean, how much do you really need to see in, like, if you're watching, like, I don't know, like American Idol? You can listen to somebody in 30 seconds and be like, that person's not going to make it. That person's decent, but okay. That's a finalist.
Good.
Like, John Elway had it. Dan Marino had it. Brady's got it. Drew Brees has it. Peyton, they all got it. You don't know what it is. It's hard to say it, but when you look at it, you just know it. And he has it. That he has it.
Are you listening?
Ronbo Sports here, representing the Niner Empire organization worldwide, where the 49er season just never ends. Fam, how you doing? Appreciate you allowing me to come in and talk more 49er football, because you know this is a disease, a condition that I can't do nothing about, but keep on talking 49er football. We gotta go a long time before we get back on the field, but there's gonna be a lot of things that take place between now and then. Have you noticed the free agents and names, the cap casualties, and people are just being thrown off of teams, being listed? Doug Martin kicked out. Doug Martin, it's 2015. Doug comes in and, oh man, 1,400 plus yards. Booyah. Now they think, we got Doug, we got Jameis, we got Mike, we about to go someplace. Kick Doug out, because Doug hasn't been seen since 2015. Goodbye, Doug, to add to the stack of running backs. And then you get Marcus Peters. You know, and you and me were probably just the same. Remember the year, was that 2014? Believe it was 2015. Yeah. 2015, Marcus Peters is right next, and listen, let me get this straight. I want to get this cleared up before I say another word. I'm not saying I don't like Eric Armstead. At the time, I didn't know anything about Eric Armstead. I did know Marcus Peters, as we've had this problem in San Francisco for how long, about a cornerback. Everybody, I need a lockdown cornerback. Well, see, the problem I've come to realize, there's no such thing as a multitude of lockdown cornerbacks. Everybody can't have a lockdown cornerback. So, Peters, there he is. I said, ooh, I know we're going to get Marcus Peters. I'd heard, though, that he had character issues. So the 49ers, with 13th pick, 14th pick, we traded down. When they pick up Eric Armstead, no! And, you know, and as I'm sitting there screaming and crying, a few seconds later, Kansas City Chiefs select Marcus Peters. Oh! So, you know, it's just one more chorus of screaming and hollering. Hey, Marcus Peters makes the Pro Bowl in his first year. More screams. His second year, he does it again. In 2016, Marcus Peters, well, I say 2015, 2016. In 2016, Marcus Peters is pronounced All-Pro. Oh, but this last year, 2017, Marcus Peters did not make the Pro Bowl. Marcus Peters has anger issues. Did you see? I only saw one game because I didn't watch the Chiefs all the time. Marcus Peters made a mistake on a play and he got burned. Peters comes back to the sideline, jerks a helmet off his head, slings it into the wall. He's walking up and down the sideline. He's raging, guys walking by. He's punching people in the face. He didn't go that far. But the thing is, he's all the way out of control. And he jumped into Andy Reid's face on, I guess, more than one occasion. Kansas City says, All-Pro or not, boy, you got to go. So there he is. They're looking to trade Marcus Peters, an All-Pro cornerback. He would fit our system like a glove. Get over it. Get over it. I mean, John Lynch is not, he's already had enough character issues, and I'm not going into that. But you know, there's no way that Marcus Peters is coming to San Francisco. Tell you that right now. Aaron Colvin is being kicked out of Jacksonville because the fact is he's a cap casualty. You got A.J. Boye, you got Jalen Ramsey. We got to let somebody go. It's not going to be either one of those two guys. Thank you, Aaron, for all you've done for us. So I saw that and says, hey, a Jacksonville cornerback. He's 6 foot. He covered the slot. He was in packages a lot, but he's a good cornerback that they just got him designated to that position because they don't have any room for him on the other side because the other two guys are pretty much better, right? So he's not bad though. So I posted up there and on social media, guy comes in and says, hey, Ronbo, man, this dude, no. He wrote it down. No. Jimmy G cut him up like a surgeon when we played Jacksonville. You're right. What was I thinking? I should take this down. I didn't know. Because here's the thing we need to know about Jimmy G. Jimmy G is going to cut up most cornerbacks in the NFL. That's all there is to it. He cut up Jalen Ramsey. He didn't get. I'm not sure if he shot at Boyer, but we know Jalen Ramsey got killed. Marquise just did a job on him. In fact, Marquise did a job on Colvin too. Marquise does a job on people. He's got the right quarterback. He's got the right coach now. A lot of people are gonna get jobbed up by Marquise Goodwin. It ain't really a bad thing because pretty soon everybody in the league's have to say that at least once or twice. That's just the way it is with him. So we'll see. Because you know what? If I had my choice, and I don't know if the 49ers are gonna be able to do it or not, I would go into the draft with my target being Isaiah Oliver out of Colorado. He played opposite of Akello. Check him out. I got him in the app posted up. I got a little write-up on him. Got the video right there conveniently for you. That boy reminds me of Akello. He's long. He's 6'1". He's got a wingspan because when he gets up, right? So I'm thinking, man, you know what? We get him and get him together with Akello. He'll feel real familiar. He'll feel real comfortable out there. And, they say he's got some issues with man coverage and things like that. But, I think he can be worked. He is a rookie, and you might be able to work those things into him. Maybe they don't do that at Colorado. So anyway, I'm thinking, okay, we cornerback situation is going to be still rough going all the way into the season. But our crackpot team, they've got their eyes on somebody that we're probably going to be happy with. So we'll see about that. Hey, how about the name of that big bad dude out of Chicago, the left guard? Hey, the first time you saw his name, Joshsitton. How'd you pronounce it? Wait. Here you go.
Joe Sitton. Joe's Sitton.
Hey, and you got to pronounce it just like that too. Josh Sitton. Josh Sitton. I figured maybe he's French. Okay, all right. Listen, here's what I want to do. I want to pick Josh up. Yeah, he's 32 years old. I want to sign him to a 2-year deal. Why? Because here's the other part of my plan. You sign Josh, you get rock solid. This dude, offensive lineman can last into the mid-30s. He'll still be effective. You lock him up for 2 years. Meanwhile, you go to the draft, and in the second round, because you're not going to be able to get him after that, you've got Billy Price out of Ohio State. He's the number 2 guy. Forget about Quentin Nelson. He's not going to be there for the second round. He ain't going to be around for the 10th or 9th or 10th pick. So you get Billy Price or Isaiah Wynn out of Georgia. Both of them are athletic. Both of them can get it done, and they're both center guards. So in case something happens to Kilgore, they can come in and play that position. And meanwhile, they can play the guard position as well. Check me out. I'm telling you right now, I gave it some thought. That is the answer to that problem right there. See, because fam, here's the thing. Big things. There's going to be some shocking names that are going to end up in San Francisco this year. You already know. And you've heard what happened at the game, don't you? I'm talking about the Pro Bowl. Kyle Juszczyk running around there rubbing elbows with the who's who in the NFL. And he comes back and what does he say? I know some people that are looking to come to San Francisco. Oh! And he went back and told Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, right? And I already know, John Lynch, I look at him, all right, you keep that under your hat. We're going to contact all these guys, all right? Keep it to yourself. We're going to see what happens next. You call them on their bluff and see if they're serious or not. This is what I know. Between now and March 14th, something serious is going to come down in Santa Clara. Get ready for it. Brace yourself, fam. Oh, it's the 2018 season, but between now and the ride, it's going to be so much fun between now and then. Listen, I want to talk about Jimmy G. I can't go a week without talking about the G, man. And if you're like me, well, like any 49er fan, we're having to endure the jealousy, the green with envy people that are saying things like, you guys overpaid for Jimmy G, man, give me a break. So I want to introduce you to somebody. We're going to tackle that subject right now. Now the fam, here we are on a weekly again. I'm going out to the East Coast. Got my boy Steven. Steven, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you, Steven. Hey, Steven, what's the temperature out? You're in New York City, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. What's the temperature? Because, you know, out here in Cali, man, we like to, you know, hear about what's going on in New York City.
You guys are so lucky. It's actually somewhat warm right now. It's about 45, but it's been raining a lot. We get a lot of rain.
Hey, 45 ain't bad. We're dealing with 60s here. That's about, okay, it's getting close. All right.
You guys got that Cali weather.
We get some 70s every now and then. But Steven, the weather's looking, in Santa Clara, it's blazing hot.
Yeah.
Steven and I are here today. We've been talking about this. We are here to attack the myth that Jimmy Garoppolo is overpaid. Because, Niner fam, you and I both know that people are coming, you go to social media, and what do you see? People say, you guys overpaid for Jimmy Garoppolo, man. He ain't even proved nothing yet. He ain't showed it. And, you know, this is why Steve and I, we would like to have a few moments to talk about this. And we're going to try to remain calm and casual and try not to lose it. I know I'm gonna lose it, but I'm just saying, you know, we'll make an attempt. So, Steven, with that said, I've heard my biggest pet peeve so far has been the comparisons between Jimmy G and Brock Osweiller. Steven, when did Brock Osweiller come out and win 5 games in a row with that? Okay, go ahead, man. I'll stay calm. Go ahead.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, first of all, like, I'm from Northern Illinois. I'm from not far from Arlington Heights, where he's from. I have a lot of friends that know of Jimmy Garoppolo. He is, like, sincerely a stand-up guy. Yeah. Like, he's a great kid. That's what I've been told. But as far as the comparison between him and Brock Osweiller, that's absolutely ridiculous. Like when he first came out, when he first played Chicago, I would try to remain as, like, objective as I could. I'm like, okay, I want to look at it. I want to watch it from an outside-the-box perspective, not get too overly excited or into the moment. I want to see what he's got. Mm-hmm. And I remember his first third down was an out route, and I think he hit Marquise Goodwin. And that throw, I was like, okay, that was something special. And then, you know, when you see a franchise-type quarterback and you're watching him play for the first time, you want to get a couple of throws that give you that wow factor. That okay, there's something here. He gave me that wow factor 4 or 5 times in the first half. Am I wrong? I was like, dude, this kid. And then I'm looking around and I'm like, okay. And then, but to compare him to Brock Osweiler is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Brock's a talented kid, but he's no Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy's got a very uncanny ability to get it out quick, man. He can process information with the best of them. But then again, I think that you can also see where the haters and the critics and the cynics are coming from, though, because they're like, you know, regardless of how well you played, bro, you only played 7 games. Yeah. You played 7 games. 7 games. But those 7 games, I mean, how much do you really need to see in, like, if you're watching, like, I don't know, like American Idol? You can listen to somebody in 30 seconds and be like, that person's not going to make it. That person's decent, but okay, that's a finalist.
Good.
Like, John Elway had it. Dan Marino had it. Brady's got it. Drew Brees has it. Peyton, they all got it. You don't know what it is. It's hard to say it, but when you look at it, you just know it. He has it. That he has it. Like he has it.
And he's not going to all of a sudden just become a lousy quarterback. I said, we haven't seen enough. Well, what do you need to see? I said, look at the film from last year when he first came on the field and played against the Cardinals. He took them apart like a surgeon, just cut them up. You know, and he was supposed to be, well, that was because of the system. Okay, here we go to system jokes, guys. You know what? Look at the guys that came out of that system. They all came out and they failed. They all came out and failed. Okay, there's a good example right there. They all came out and failed. Look what Jimmy did. He came out and continued. He hasn't lost a game yet in his pro career, since his pro debut, and now you're still talking. So you see, and here's what I want to go next, Steven. I want to know, with the option, what were the 49ers supposed to do? Say, whoa, this is unreasonable, Jimmy. We're not going to sign this, and we've not seen enough. So you'll have to
free agency.
Yes, go. We're not paying that kind of money. And for those who keep saying that, what was that? Would you have preferred that? I mean,
yeah, they hate naysayers. They're gonna hate on you no matter what you do. So even if he went to free agency, do you think the New York Jets or the Arizona Cardinals wouldn't throw $26 million at him? I'll bet you anything in the world, he wouldn't have been. They would have had Don Yee would have been on the phone in 25 minutes that he hit the free agent market. It wouldn't take. He'd have been gone immediately. They would have given him half the team up for him. They know it too. They know the kid's got talent. He's special. He is gifted. That's just. I gotta tell you though, man. This is, in my opinion, the first real legitimate threat we've had under center since I'd give it Jeff Garcia, maybe Alex Smith, but a legit. Oh my God, he's killer on third down. I don't even watch third down. I'm like, just watch him. Watch this first down. I'm telling you.
How many times have you rewatched the games? You know what? If anybody sees, if anybody were like to put a camera on and keep me one of those 24-hour day guys where they say watch this guy and see what he does next. There he goes. He's gonna watch that same game again. You know, I can't get it up. Jimmy G, like you mentioned a few moments ago, this is the most exciting football we've had in San Francisco in a long time. He moves those chains. He keeps moving those chains. Steven, if you're like me, you're probably sitting there saying, third down, piece of cake, watch this.
Have at it, bro. Yeah. He just lets it. Like, I was listening to an interview, and it was Kyle Shanahan. I think he was talking about it. I can't remember who he was talking about it with. I want to say it was Bruce Arians. Yeah. But he was in an interview, and he was talking about how he went out to Eastern Illinois, he scouted him. And he was saying that deep ball arm strength that Jimmy Garoppolo is, like, he's not an Aaron Rodgers type deep ball velocity arm strength type guy, but his ability to spin it when it comes out of his hand, he said it comes out and he can drive on the deep digs and the deep out routes and like the far side hash throws, just an insane velocity that he's got, just this uncanny release too. Like his release is Aaron Rodgers like, you know, it's up there with Marino. Like, he can, and like if you ever watch his tape, he does another thing I really never have seen before. It's his ability he can get it off his back foot.
Yeah, I love that.
Like he can just, you know what I'm talking about? He can just off his back foot, and it's a dime. I'm like, I never seen anybody be able to do that. And you know what? Honestly, my favorite thing about Jimmy Garoppolo is he doesn't miss the layups. And what I mean by that is you can kick like the slow drag routes, the three-step slant routes, the flare routes out the backfield, those type throws. They're so accurate, and to hit the guy in stride and allow him to keep moving up the field is such a big thing. And no discredit to CJ Beathard because he was a warrior and he earned all of our respect, but he wasn't hitting the layups the correct way. If you go back and look at the film, prime example, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It was a touchdown to Marquise Gill. It was a great play designed by Shanahan. He brought him in motion into the backfield, and he kind of stalled, then turned around and went right back into the flare route. And Jimmy G just dumped it over the top.
Perfect time.
And it's that perfect little layup throw, and it hits him right in stride, and he can just keep going.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's the thing. Those timing throws, Steven, I'm talking windows about that big. There's defenders. Yeah. That one to Murphy, I'll never get. Murphy and Kendrick Bourne shots.
Between the two.
I mean, yeah. And what did they say to Jimmy? They asked Jimmy about that. Jimmy says, and I think the question was, how did you make that throw? I mean, that was kind of a risky throw. Nah, I wasn't worried about it. I saw where the safety was. I saw where the corner was. I knew where Lewis was. I just put it right there where he needed to be. And I was sitting there.
Accurate.
Jimmy, yes. That was incredible, dude. You knew
you
knew that was going where it was going to go, and you knew the end result before you even threw it. Dude, I'm impressed. I am so impressed.
Oh, I'm so excited. And people that are fans of the sport, people that watch this sport, like you can dink and dunk and dice in any direction that you feel like you need to. But at the end of the day, every single person that's talking that shit, they all know that kid is, and I'm trying to remain as objective as possible, but I firmly believe that he's going to be the face of the NFL.
I do too.
I'm
shameless. I don't care what anybody says. Oh man, you see everything you 49er fans see is through red and gold glasses. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, look at it closely. Here's the other thing, Steven. If I were to bring in, and I'm talking guys have been around the league for a long time, and if I were to bring in everybody and audition them, I have a feeling Jimmy would be in the top 3 or 4. Right now.
You nailed it.
He doesn't need another few years. Right now.
I literally just had this conversation with a friend of mine who's a Packers fan, and I was like, I would not trade Aaron Rodgers for him. And it's not that I don't think he's better or worse. It's that he's too old now. He's like 34. Is he 33, 34?
He's somewhere in there.
He's not old, but he's getting up there. Maybe a Carson Wentz had he not got hurt, but I wouldn't give up. I wouldn't give him up for anybody. Nothing. I don't believe that you think of it. We're Niner fans, so we're biased, but arguably the greatest head coach and quarterback in NFL history, they did not want to get rid of him. What does that say? That he did not want to get rid of him. So he was willing to part ways with a 5-time Super Bowl champion. 5 times for that kid. Yeah. And then if you don't respect his opinion, then whose do you? Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I absolutely know what you mean. So, Yes, that's why I say, it's you need to be a football purist to actually realize when you're seeing a quarterback with that kind of potential. There are those who insist, the ultimate pessimist, he's never going to agree with anything until we get to the Super Bowl. And you're still going to have to deal with our 49er brother to the right and the left, and they're still going to say the same thing. You know what, you guys, you were jumping to the gun way too soon anyway. Because, there were some things going on out there, and I am not going to give Jimmy G an excuse every time something goes wrong. But for the most part, the INTs that we've seen, I've even had to argue with the guy, that ball that, I think it was in Chicago, Louis Murphy falls out. The ball got stripped out of his, and I do want that cornerback actually of the 49ers. But anyway.
Kyle Fuller?
Yeah, Kyle rips the ball out of his hands. I said, guys, how's that go down on Jimmy's record? If I had it my way, I'd rearrange the stats. So it says if Jimmy does his job, he gets the ball to the receiver, and that receiver allows the defender to pull the ball out of his hands, I'm not giving him an INT. Yeah.
So, you can tell that he has a lot of faith in his ability too, because there are a couple bonehead throws too where he got a little Brett Favre in him, where he just throws it up, and somehow Marquise Goodwin came down. Well, that ball was in the air. I think it was against Houston forever. I was like, oh my God, touch it. There was one at Kyle Juszczyk's, a beautiful throw, but it got a little dicey at the end. Yeah. But he's got that much ability. He's that accurate. He's that special, man, that he believes in his ability like that. He thinks he can get it in there. And then a lot of times, who are we to say 67% completion percentage? Yeah. The fact of the matter is he can get it there. And he is doing it. There is something to be said about we were a 0-9 and then a 1-10 football team. We had Marquise Goodwin as our number 1 receiver, and we had a couple of rookies beside him. Yeah. And this kid took us to 5-0, dropped 44 on almost a historically dominant defense. Yes. I told him after Houston, I was like, $130 million, give it to him. Just give it to him. He can take it now.
And they did. 137. Yeah. You just didn't stop at 130.
Yeah.
If you right now look at the free agency, I've seen a couple, but I'm not really blown away by the free agency market this year. But who would you put next to Jimmy G to enhance him? Because a lot of people are saying we don't have enough on the roster, and I argue a little bit about that too. I think we have a lot of young players that are going to evolve. No, we got to bring in another receiver. The biggest thing is we need a big receiver to a lot of people. Yes. And I've sort of gotten on the wagon with Kyle Shanahan with this playing small ball, because I kind of like small ball. I wasn't into it till Kyle got here, but watching those quick receivers and the way he says, these are the guys that can create separation. They can run routes like I want to run routes, sharp, razor sharp routes. And Jimmy G, it's like this all fits together as a puzzle. Jimmy G will hit that receiver on that route. He cuts on a dime. Boom, he's on the left. That ball's already there before he gets there.
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
Your big guys aren't good at that. The little guys are. Look at Tom Brady and what you got going on with Amendola.
You're making my point.
Go ahead. You jump on it.
No, you're right on where you need to be. That's why I agree with you 100%. Like if you top 5 wide receivers in the NFL right now, we'll go top 3. Yeah. In no special order, Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham. Would you agree with that? Yeah. How many of them 3 got rings?
Somebody else brought that up. We had this conversation.
It's a committee now. Like, look at what Brady's doing. It's receiver by committee. I love, like, there's always the sexy pick. There's the big wide, like, go get Bryant out in Dallas. Yeah. Go get someone big, a big time name. It's not always the best case. Like, there's a wide receiver I saw projected for our draft. I believe his name was Marcel Aitman.
Yeah.
Out of OSU. That kid, I like his talent a lot. He's a big body, kind of like a Mike Evans type feel to him.
Right.
Big body threat. If we were going to go there, but that's a good value, I think, in the middle round. But as far as a free agent, the big name is what is it, Robinson out in Jacksonville?
Yeah,
but
Allen,
I think they're going to tag him.
Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson. They're going to tag him, I think. And then what's his name out there in
Miami?
Miami, Jarvis Landry. See, I don't really feel like he feels the need for us. I feel confident in Trent Taylor.
I do too.
I like our slot situation a lot.
I do too.
Do you agree?
I absolutely do. And, Aitman's out at Oklahoma State. I've said I'll take a big guy out of the draft. I'm not. Jarvis is out there saying, I want $1 million. I mean, $1 billion if I'm a player. I said, Jarvis, you can keep on looking, man. We don't need all that in San Francisco. I got guys. Kyle Shanahan's going to scheme these guys open no matter who they are. Yeah. Anyway, so why would I pay you 54? What is it? Some stupid price he's asking for.
It's going to be stupid. Yeah.
I said, why would I do that?
It's going to be ridiculous. And a lot of people, we got Pierre Garçon coming back, and he was under the radar. Stud last year. Stud. He didn't even play a stat with Jimmy G.
Right.
Not one.
That's it.
So wait till we see what he can do. I honestly, what's that? I think it's a offensive tackle out of Notre Dame. What's his name? Quentin? He's a mauler.
Yeah. Quentin Nelson. And
he's a stud offensive lineman. I like that. Or now with Foster being an idiot. I don't know. I could see us going linebacker too.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about Ruben. And I don't know that. Is he going to remain out of trouble? I do worry about that. But I'm thinking if anybody can deal with him, it's John Lynch. A player. There's something about a player or an ex-player that could probably communicate a little better with a guy like Ruben Foster.
I agree. So you'd think so, for sure.
And I think Ruben may have scared himself straight this time. He's in big trouble. He's got a court date coming up in April, I think.
He's such a big part of our defense. I think there was, my friend was telling me there's, I believe Pro Football Focus has a new efficiency grading system that they're using. It started like the last couple of years. They had Ruben Foster ranked like 1 or 2. Yeah. He's a missile with shoulder pads.
Is it? I mean, and that's why I say we can't actually, you're right, we can't actually do without Ruben. I just hope Ruben doesn't know that. You know what I mean? He can't go to bed every night and go, what are they going to do? I'm Ruben Foster. Yeah. I just hope he doesn't have that attitude, Yeah,
I wish we still had that guy jersey you're wearing.
Yeah, I know. Willis
was a stud, man.
But we know with this new generation of players, you have to deal with their emotions, and some of them have issues, but some are great football players. So this is the thing that I guess the next generation of coach, I think Kyle Shanahan's on that page already. I think he knows how to deal with these guys. I think John Lynch even more so. So we're going to see what happens. You know what, though? One more thing on Jimmy, though. What stats are you predicting this year to Jimmy to finish up with?
I would be very surprised if he's not a 4,000-yard passer. Yeah. I think he's got 4,000 yards in him. I'm going to say 4,100 yards, between 30, 35 touchdowns, and under 12 picks. Yeah. I'd say somewhere in there. He's a 4,000-yard passer. If he's not 4,000-yard passer, he's right on the door.
Yeah. Because when you got Garçon, like you said, Garçon wasn't even with him last season.
Yeah.
And Jimmy, every game, he seemed to progress higher and higher. This is why I say guys like Jarvis Landry are unnecessary. If I got Garçon, it's a redundant thing to pick him up anyway. I agree. And waste the money. Yeah. And also you got Marquise. I don't know what's going on with Marquise Goodwin, but he didn't come in. He didn't come into San Francisco as a possession receiver or the thing he's doing. I mean, the guy's learning how to run routes. He's just an absolute threat. And I love when people play defense on Marquise. It's like they're standing back. The corners over there, the safeties over there. They're trying to measure him because we're not going to let him get past us. I said, guys, he doesn't fight.
He's world-class sprinter, brother. Like he's world-class. I think he turned in the third fastest 40 at the combine in history.
I think still
he can move, man. And you got a lot of respect for him, and he's a pretty polished route runner as well. Yeah, so I mean, you know who I really like is George Kittle too.
Oh yes,
I'm a big Kittle fan. That kid's talented.
Because he's getting better, and he got better. Steve, think about from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. What did you see?
Of course. Yeah. Oh, big time progress, especially obviously when Jimmy G came, but especially in his blocking game too. They pulled him a few times. He's a talented kid. And the first throw that he had, I think it was against the Rams. He caught like an in route and took it about 60 yards. He ain't slow either. No. He can run. Like he's a fast kid, man. Trent Taylor really came along too.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a very big spot on our offense for years and years to come. You know, another thing we didn't touch on is that Jimmy G he still isn't operating on the full playbook.
No. 1/3 of the playbook, I understand.
He took Matt Ryan a year, and he's an MVP. I can't wait. See, I put a Facebook status up. I said within 5 years, Jimmy Garoppolo will be a league MVP.
There it is.
He will be a league MVP.
And I don't think it's going to take that long. You know what? Because like you're saying, you got Shanahan's plan, and you got Jimmy G's skill set. You got exactly the right receivers. I mean, it's going to be like crazy. All he needs is a running back. Because I think they're good. I think they're done with Carlos. I feel bad for Carlos because I know he wanted to be with us, but I think they're going to move on from him because they would have gave him a contract by now.
I honestly think that they're going to do that too. I think that they're going to move on from him. But the good thing is that and I think Shanahan and we have, I forget his name, but we have one of the top scouts came from Denver when Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch got signed, and he's a top scout. He's a great. That's his name, Adam Peters out of Denver, because John Elway let him go. Yeah. They said that. This guy's got like a savant-like eye for mid-round value. Yeah. And there's a lot of running back talent in this draft. Second, third, maybe top of the fourth round, we could grab a good back or a good receiver. I really think we're going to compete for the playoffs next year regardless. Yeah. But I think that we need help at corner, and I don't even necessarily think we need to add a receiver. We may just need one more to take another step.
And let it be a kid. Let it be a kid they draft.
Let it be a Trent Taylor take another step up, or just get Pierre back and have him be consistent to what he was last year. And maybe, I really want to get Joe Staley a ring, man. I hope he gets one. I do.
It's very good, Joe. Because Joe's staying out there. Because Joe was contemplating retiring, and Jimmy G came along, and Kyle Shanahan came along and said, "I guess I'll hang out a little while longer."
I think I like my spot here. I think I'll stay here. And you could tell that San Francisco was when they were holding Jimmy back and not letting him start and keep putting CJ out there. They were waiting for that left tackle to get healthy.
I know, right?
They weren't left. Yeah. Joe's a big part of that offense, man. He makes it tick. He's a leader. We need him. There's a lot of talent on this team.
And you got to keep Trent Brown healthy. I says, you know what? This is the other thing. Jimmy did that without one of the better. Actually, the best right tackle we got. One of the best right tackles in the NFL. Jimmy still got it done. That's why I can't say enough about this guy, Jimmy G, man. Okay. You know what, though? We got to stop because we're going to get carried away. I can see we can go for hours right now, Steve. We got to do this again later, man.
Okay.
So let's count it out. Give me the holler, Steven, on 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Thank you, Steven. We got him straightened down on that matter now, didn't we? I can't wait, dude, to talk more football with you. I'll get back to you shortly, all right? Coming up Sunday on Ronbo Sports, double barrel activity. We'll be starting off at 5 o'clock with Red and Gold GM. You could like some Cool Whip. He's going to have his presentation on what free agents are needed to take us to the next level. Followed by the Weekend Review, as we always do, 7 p.m. PST is all this stuff, all right? And you'll need the Ronbo Sports app. You got to get that. If you want to call in and participate, you'll need the Ronbo Sports app. We keep all the information on how you can join the show right in there. Just go to the menu, you'll see it. And come on and talk some football, man. That's all we do for like 3 hours at times. It gets crazy. But it's a good time. I'm wearing myself even now thinking about it right now. So, please, wait. As my boy Sohel would say, the Iron Sheik, hit that like, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you Sunday.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have me, sacred stone.
Sunday!